All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another market recap. So, today we had unemployment claims and ISM manufacturing PMI. So, if you guys watched the live trade video, you will know that we waited until that ISM manufacturing PMI came out. Unemployment claims didn't move the market too much. ISM manufacturing did move it a decent amount. And today, besides the way that this chart looks, it was actually a successful trading day for us. So, and if you guys watch the live trade, you guys know that. So, to start off, I guess we'll start off on NQ, and then we'll go over ES, which was the trade after. So, we marked out a couple levels. All of our sell side levels never ended up getting hit on NQ. Okay, so we'll remove those because essentially they were never used, right? So, with that in mind, we saw that, boom, market opened. We came through and we swept out these 15-minute lows. And I'm not going to lie, the first little bit of price action was just a headache until that news came out right here at 1500. That's just what it is on my chart. I'm pretty sure it's 10 a.m. Eastern time. But yeah, we came through, we swept out these lows, and then boom, we get that break to the upside, and then we start chasing, boom, this high, and then this high. We see price break up, we see a retest down into this breaker and into this fair value gap. People call that shit the unicorn model. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I took the trade off of. That's what I took the trade off of today, and it played out pretty well. It's not like something that I will usually go after, but I've been talking to a bunch of my trader friends, and they've been saying it's been working out really well for them. So, listen, TJR is not moving and changing strategies. TJR is just simply stating a different type of confluence, which is just a breaker. Okay, right? What is this? Sweep of liquidity, break of structure, fair value gap getting filled, and also a breaker block, right? It's not that deep. Okay, so boom, that's what we saw. Sweep of liquidity, break of structure, fill the fair value gap, and then boom, we end up pushing up all the way into here. And then boom, price sweeps this out, and then boom, right back to the downside. Then we go ahead and take out news lows. And then from there, you're probably thinking, oh, we're going to go lower and take out this liquidity. Just kidding. We were actually just coming down to sweep out the news liquidity and then send price higher. I'm not going to lie, this entire week been pretty crazy in terms of price action just because it's a really high impact news week. We have FOMC and NFP all during the same week. So we all know what that entails. And then from there, continuation to the upside after this official sweep, break, and rally. So that covers NQ. Let's go over to ES now and talk about our entries. We'll first just talk about price itself. So where's market open? Market opened right here, okay? We obviously wait until news. This is the news candle. We see, boom, news comes through, sweeps out this low. That was my first kind of like, boom, vision, right? I saw that we swept out that low. And then from there, right, we get that break to the upside with this candle. And then from there, we can take this off. Boom, I highlighted a couple things. So I actually, sorry. Let's jump back to this. Got really confused here. So first of all, market opened right here, right? And during pre-market, we ended up sweeping out these lows as well and getting a break of structure to the upside as well, right? And then in turn, we formed this fair value gap along with, boom, breaker right here. Okay, and I'm just going to remove that so it doesn't look as messy. So we see the sweep. We see the fair value gap, this wick down to this wick. We see the breaker, this body down to this body. We fill both that fair value gap and the breaker. Boom, we get wicks. We come through, sweep this thing out again, right? I entered on this candlestick because I was like, oh, okay, say less. News wick down because news always likes to seek out liquidity, while also still maintaining everything that we need in terms of confluence. Fair value gap still getting maintained. We didn't close underneath it. Breaker getting respected. Fair value gap getting respected with this 5-minute candle. Boom. And then from there we can toss this on, right? We can see that I entered off that, stops underneath this wick. And I marked out this high, and if you guys watch the live trade video, I pretty much say, okay, if this high gets hit, this is a profit taking point, right? We have to understand that this is where profits could potentially get taken. We literally cannot ignore that. So I said, when this high gets hit, you guys have a couple options. You can take partial profit, and you can move your stop loss to break even, or you can just move your stop loss to break even, or you can do nothing. Okay? What I did is I moved my stop loss to break even. So I didn't take any profits on this. So again, today was a break even day for me. I know some people in the Discord took profits. Me, I wanted to see it go higher. That was my vision for the day. And as we can see, price did end up wanting to go higher after more manipulation. But price ended up taking out this high and then boom, stopped us out at break even. You know, maybe some of the people in the Discord got a little FOMO from this candle up, but then boom, you know, sucks to suck. You end up getting stopped out if you didn't end up, you know, managing risk. Similar situation here. None of the sell side targets were hit. We had this draw on liquidity down here. Never ended up getting hit. Ended up just being the news wick that wanted to be seeked out as liquidity. And then boom, break of structure, rally. And then all of the take profits that we had listed ended up getting hit. That's pretty much it in terms of what happened today, in terms of market recap. Something that I did mention during the daily buys video, I said we could see some profit taking right here. I really did not think it would get this big of a rally. I thought, again, remember the daily buys video, I was like, I want to be bearish. But as you guys saw, like I took a long. So that's kind of the benefit of that the Discord has, where it's like, you know, you guys might watch my daily buys, but then like shit's a whole different ball game when market opens and, you know, we get way more price data and new things start forming. And, you know, we have to improvise it and adapt when the market gives us that shit. So because of that, some of you guys might be watching my daily buys and being like, bro, like this shit is fucking off. But then you see my live trade and you're like, oh, he hit. And then you see my market recap and, you know, it's like just a completely different thing. But this is what you guys should be doing as well, right? We want to be journaling pretty much the entire process. And I'm treating kind of my YouTube channel as my trading journal, where I can show what I'm thinking before, what I'm doing during, and then what I'm thinking afterwards, and kind of just going over what had happened afterwards. And again, like I said, during the daily bias, I was like, and during the live trade, I was like, I really don't think we come all the way up to this wick, this FOMC wick, but here we are rallying. And I said, I think this is like solid enough profit taking. I want to see more of this imbalance filled. It wasn't the case, right? And when the market does that to you, you shouldn't get down in the dumps and be like, damn, I was wrong. Just be like, bet the market's doing this, because the market hypothetically is like unpredictable. We just play with probability, right? I wanted price to come down here. Just because I wanted price to go down there, because it has a higher probability of getting a good bounce like we saw right here, doesn't mean that market's going to respect what I want. We just have to follow, like, because the market's the thing that we're trying to understand and we're trying to analyze, right? So if I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I want market to come down here, so I'm just going to keep selling, sell, right? It doesn't make any sense, especially if market keeps giving us reasons to be bullish. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, kind of going into your next trading day. I personally will not be trading tomorrow because of NFP. So this week, done for me in terms of trades. There will be a daily bias video tomorrow, and there will be a market recap video tomorrow. But other than that, that pretty much covers it for me. I appreciate you guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.